Yeah! It's your boy Sugar Ray.
And it's your girl Tanya.
And welcome to another episode of I Don't Know Much podcast. And remember, this is produced, written, but not paid for by you.
That's funny.
Hey, this what I want to talk about today.
Okay.
People are always talking about relationships. And I've had some young ladies talk to me about, they want to get married. They want to get married. And they're dating.
Are they
and they're-
asking you because you are married?
Well, I think that some people are asking me because I'm married. And I think they're trying to get a male perspective because they're dating and dating and dating. And they want to know what men think. You know what I mean? And so I've heard, well, I'm dating to get married. What are we doing? Da. So,
Yeah.
I want to talk about that a little bit. Maybe we got some answers for some people or just perspective. We don't have answers. I don't have answers.
We don't know. We don't know much.
I don't know much. But there is some interesting perspective. In terms of dating, because you had mentioned on one of the podcasts that, you're in the process of divorce. And have you been trying to date? How's that going?
I'm not big on dating right now. But
Have you been on a date?
I have been on a date. But
Okay.
we're not about to talk about my
Enough
business.
of free meal. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm not a free. I'm not a free meal sister.
You ain't. Did you pay for any of them?
No. I would never. But that's not why I'm going. Because I'm hungry. I can cook.
Right.
I'd rather stay home. But so let me ask you this though. Before we really get into it, dating. What are you defining as a male? Because you like to do the male-female thing. As a male, what are you defining as dating?
Well, because there's a lot of code words that women like to use. Dating, hanging out,
Sir, how do you define dating?
talking. All that boil down to.
How do you
Screw.
define dating?
Oh, all right. But how I define dating?
Yeah.
I would think that, when you ask a person to go to dinner, to specify the word date, let's go on a coffee date or a lunch date, go to the movies, that those are dates and that is dating.
Is dating exclusive or is that like you can make it exclusive? Is it like you know what I'm saying? So if you're dating, are you dating around? Not you, just in general.
No.
These young ladies.
I'm having conversations, men and women alike, guys. The idea of marriage is not crossing guys' minds when they're dating. For men, we're hunting.
Yeah.
For women, in general, there's exceptions to every rule. For women, they're dating. Women say they're dating to get married, but I think a lot of sisters that I talk to are having trouble understanding what they're doing in that process. I think that women should have two things when they're dating.
What's that?
And they generally don't have them.
Okay.
Boundaries and requirements.
Okay.
So it's like, hey, don't call me before this time. Don't call me after that time. I'll meet you here and I'll meet you there. And not just on the first couple of dates. Probably for a while. That's if you're dating to get married.
So that means what? Like they're not coming to your home or that?
They're not coming to your home.
Okay, gotcha.
You can meet them. You carry yourself with a certain. If you're dating,
Yeah,
we're talking about you dating to get married.
Because
Men.
But how do you date to get married? That's weird. I don't really get.
I don't know, but I can give some perspective.
Sometimes you dating a person and you might think this is the person you get married. Then next year you're not dating no more, so you're just dating.
and dating again.
Dating.
Serial killer. Bodies.
So when you're dating, is it okay to date more than one person?
I think that it's okay, particularly for a woman, to date more than one person.
Girl, date them all.
But I will say this. Once you start sleeping with a person, that changes everything.
But we're talking about dating.
But they be talking about dating.
But the thing is
And they be
this.
screwing.
Okay, so this is what we got.
I'm just not, because you hear girls talk about my niggas. Once you hear that, that means I'm screwing more than one. That
But
is
if they
nasty.
If they are, I'm not going to say whether it's nasty or not. I'm going to say
Of course you're not.
I'm going to say that's their
It's my job.
business, because this is the thing. How does somebody get to judge how many people you sleep with? Now, I'm not condoning it, but I'm just saying, how?
People are experiencing. I know this.
Again,
This that fairy tale.
This is your life experience.
Right.
However you want to experience.
But let's bring it back, because remember, I'm having conversations with the ladies, and they say, "Yo, they want to get married.
They want to get married." Yeah, okay.
And once you start putting that on there, you got to be a wife.
Well, yeah, immediately.
Yeah, you got to be a wife.
Not when they ask to marry.
And there's certain thing that wives don't do. It don't say he who findeth a girlfriend. I ain't trying to get too sacrilegious. It don't say he who findeth a freak. It say he who findeth a wife. And I'm talking about, because there's a difference between being married and having a wife or a husband. There are married men who don't have wives. There are married women who don't have husbands. All right, so
wait, what? What is happening here?
I'm talking about.
Explain this.
All right, so here's the deal. Marriage is nothing more than a contractual obligation between you, the person you allegedly love, and the state.
Absolutely.
And so a lot of guys are opting out of it, but they're not opting out of love. There's 3 reasons why men get married. Listen to me, ladies. There's 3 reasons why men get married. All of them don't, but it's 3 reasons. All right.
Give me the 3.
All right. So men get married because they don't want nobody else to get the cat.
That's number 1. That's why you put it.
That's probably number 1.
Okay.
Number 2 is, what's the other reason? Oh, they think they're graduating in life. You know, a lot of dudes get out of jail. They get out of military.
And it's a family thing too.
They get out of college. So they think, I'm married. I got a wife. It's prestigious for them because of all the social things that come along with it. It's like a graduation, the way it gets treated. Congratulations, dog. Congratulations. You're a happy hostage. But that's the second reason.
All marriages are not created equal.
They're not. Of course not.
That is
and
why.
All men are not created equal. And of course, all women are not created equal. And
that's why you are always coming from your own perspective, right? Mm-hmm. Like it's hard to give advice.
It's hard.
Now you're married and you going through this and this one going through that. And now you telling me what to do?
Let me give you the third reason really quick. Because the third reason is why I got married. Because you want to show the woman that you believe she's worth it. She's worth the risk,
and it's the only way you can show
chance. Well, it's not the only way you can show her. You gotta remember, if I love you, and in your mind, they've been talking to you about a white dress and walking down the aisle since she was a little girl, and you.
Oh, so cute.
I want to give you your fairy tale, right?
Yeah.
And I want to show you that you're worth it. That's the third reason, and those are the reasons. Now, don't get it twisted. They may seem silly, especially if I'm saying it the way that I'm saying it. A man will marry your wife if you got 2 things. You remember those 2 things?
I don't remember.
Boundaries and requirements.
Yeah.
Just had a conversation with a young lady. And, she's emotionally wound up, right, by the guy. And she really liked the guy. He cool, he handsome, he tall. I could see he got some charisma, exciting for her, right? And so when she talks to me, it's like, he said this, he said that, or what have you. I don't know this, I don't know that. And I'm saying, yo, what is it costing them? It must cost a man.
Yeah.
There must be something that he's sacrificing to be in your grace, to be in your presence, to get your time, let alone to be in your bed.
Yeah.
It must be costing him something. Unfortunately, when it's costing him little to nothing, he ain't fitting to marry you. Yeah. He is not fitting to marry you. It must cost him time. It must cost him energy. It must cost him effort. It must cost him money.
Well, sisters.
Not that he buying it, but if you selling it, If it's transactional, just put it all on the table and get it over with.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
It's cheaper
like,
too, homie.
The
It's
thing
cheaper.
is this, though. The person that you are pursuing for marriage, make sure that's where you want to be, where you want to stay. Because once you get married, right?
Yeah.
So listen, just make
What's
sure.
that? What's that? What is that?
Like
It's
a
handcuffs.
jail. Like, no, I'm joking. But no. Well, this is the thing. This. I'm only coming from my perspective right now. This is why I don't look like I look at like I want to get married again. I don't feel like that because why is it that when people get married, it's almost like a life sentence? Why is that? Why is it like? Don't look over here. Don't go over here. Don't do this.
We're trying to protect.
Wait, married women don't act like that. Don't dress like that. Now, this don't happen to me. I'm just saying in general, I've heard some crazy stuff. Listen, I'm always going to be me. So I dress how I feel. A lot of
people dress hard-headed.
Say,
she must dress hard-headed. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I dress like this. A lot of people, and I'm an underage woman. You understand? So I'm going about my life, dressing how I feel.
Okay.
And I used to have women say like, oh, your husband let you wear that.
That's right.
In a cute little way, but what you mean let me? Like, we all live in different lives. Nobody's letting me do anything because I don't want to be where someone's trying to control me, especially if you're just trying to control my clothes. Why? People got eyes everywhere. And when you sexy all covered up. Okay?
All covered up.
You sexy, all covered up. So
that being said, though, because I don't want to, if your husband said, I don't know about that, baby, could you try something a little less revealing?
Would your husband say that when he know you and he married you, or would an outsider say that?
If it was a fifth, I know we both be drunk, but I'm asking you, if he happened to say that, what would be your reaction to that?
I really couldn't honestly tell you because what are we talking about? Are you looking at my outfit, telling me what to wear? No. I mean, I don't think I would be so risque that you would have to tell me, so I can't really put myself in that situation.
Okay, there you go.
And also, I would be having an open-minded individual that knows that these ain't the first titties anybody ever seen or the first.
Well, let's say you fully clothed. Because see, here's the thing.
We ain't hot and sexy.
I got you. I got you. But if you fully clothed, see, I think a lot of times it's a preference thing for men too.
Sexy is not naked, by the way.
It's not naked.
That's not even association.
Naked most of the time
is
nasty. It's nasty.
Sometimes.
And a lot of times, whenever you pulling your skirt down, pulling your thing up, or you pulling skirt, you got the wrong shit on.
Got the wrong side?
It might be the wrong side.
Hey.
It might be the wrong side. But he might have a preference on how he want to see you look that night.
Right, yeah.
What's your reaction to that?
Get my shit out then. Don't let me get dressed and say no. What are we talking about?
Okay.
You knew you had a preference before I got dressed. So, hey, baby, I'm wearing this. Can you blah, blah, blah with me? Yeah, I sure can. Come pick it out.
I mean, there certainly have been times where you don't really say anything. You just kind of look like you might just walk off in the next room.
What does that look?
You know that look is like, the fuck you got on?
Why though?
But I'm just saying, because we're going out. And I'm just saying, sometimes.
Can I say something?
Sometimes ladies, and y'all do this a lot. Y'all have fashion and cosmetic.
Listen.
Faux pas.
This is why a lot of
because y'all try a little extra hard sometimes. Y'all have a little fashion and, like I said, and cosmetic faux pas.
This is why marriages fail.
Why they fail?
Listen, ladies, because I'm going to talk directly to y'all. I ain't even going to look at him right now. I have to talk to you ladies. A lot of men, right, will see their lady in something that's sexy or revealing, and they may say, because another guy's going to look at it.
What about country?
But, excuse me, sir.
Okay.
I'm talking to my ladies. And then they will go out and see another woman in that same ish and be like, she looks sexy. So the problem is with a lot of husbands, they are looking outward and not looking where they have already. Treat your wife like you did when you met her. Like a slut.
I'm glad you.
Let her be sexy, but don't dim her. Because don't you want a sexy woman? Like, what are we talking about?
I'm glad you said that because I want to make a distinction for men.
Okay.
And here's the distinction. And ladies, stop getting this confused. Because he fuck you don't even mean he like you. I want to be clear about that.
Well, we know that. What are you talking about?
Oh, but no. But
Just
no,
because we do
no.
it don't mean we like.
You might know
I'm
that.
not doing it.
But let me
Go
make
ahead.
the distinction. My wife, you already married her, right?
Right.
You already feel good about her. You know what she look inside of clothes. You know what she looks outside of clothes, right? This girl right here, little half naked. And you might decide she's sexy, but when you thinking that, it's like, I smash Shorty. It's not like, I'll take Shorty to see my mother.
And that's nobody listen.
I'm just giving you understanding of men.
Smash. Nobody really want to see your mother. So what I'm saying
no,
is,
I get that part.
Have your wife
But we're talking about
at
women.
the same level.
But we're talking about women who are talking about dating for marriage.
But don't change yourself in the process of dating. And now,
Are you talking about the woman?
yes, because now you're looking this way, and now while you're trying to date him, and now you trying to go into your sexy girl later. Just be authentically who you are, and you will get the person that is for you.
For sure.
When you don't, you're gonna always snag something that's attached to who you are at that time.
That's
crazy. That's what I'm saying. If you're a sexy woman, be sexy. The right man gonna want you.
But naked is not.
Naked is not sexy. But naked is naked. And if you want to be naked, that is not my business.
Hey, that's your business. But the problem for a lot is you naked talking about marry me. You want a husband.
So you can't be naked and get married?
I'm not saying you can't, because of course we know that happens. I'm just saying that the average man.
Do you want to average?
When I say average, I'm not talking about 50% of I'm talking numbers. 80% of men.
But what's the
90%.
average man? Because I don't even want the average man.
But I'm not talking about average in stature, average in function, average in hustle. I'm just talking purely numbers. Let me 9 out of 10 men, right, at least want a sexy woman who knows how to be sexy without being naked.
Well, I can agree with that.
Yeah, that's it.
And that don't mean she's still gonna be sexy.
That definitely what that means.
No, I'm just joking. But no, honestly, though.
But if we just talking about dating.
But this is the thing about that. We got all the way.
What other things?
But a lot of people don't understand that. So if you don't understand and you coming from a place of, I'm just trying to get some attention, you might just go for nakedness. Right. There's levels to things, you know.
Right. It's levels.
So you may do that. And even if the attention is, hey, I want to, smash or something.
Let's place a value on attention, because, oh my God, attention is damn near carrying more weight than actual, let's say, money.
Yeah.
Like you could take money and you could pay your gas and electric bill, but you can't pay it with attention unless you know how to convert it into money. But, attention, it seems as though a lot of women are giving up a lot for attention. Even, I would say, risking their life for attention in often cases when we're dealing with cosmetics and things of that nature. Now, mind you, all of these people have hearts. They all have imagination. They all have souls and things of that nature. And I hear from the vast majority, except for those who have given up, that they want to get married.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to say it's dangerous when that dopamine is hitting you, that attention is hitting you. Because I hear girls say, all these guys in my DM, but there's a 5'1", 390-pound woman with men in a DM.
Yeah.
Because of what they got in between their legs. I'm just telling you the truth. So
my DMs be dry. Like, what? Who are these girls? No, I'm joking. Yeah. But no, so
the DMs be dry.
Yeah, my DMs be
How dry?
Just super dry.
How dry? Super dry.
I'm not even posting like that these days. So
okay, but when you post,
dry. Yeah, they're pretty dry. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really looking to meet somebody on social media.
Well, that's how they.
Yeah, like
that's how people meet each other, right?
Well, some people, but I still actually go out into the world.
Right. That's
so if I meet somebody, I'm trying to.
Do you go and sit at a bar?
Yes, I do.
Alone?
I daggone sure do. Yes, I do. And listen, and I like it. Yeah. I like being by myself. Listen, I like me.
I think I told you this though, but you told me somebody.
Like me.
You told me somebody else told you this. When a man see a woman at a bar, What does he assume? I think you
That
heard
she's
this
by
before.
herself.
That she's by herself. When she's sitting up all by herself, what does he assume? What's going on?
I don't know.
That she's selling.
Oh, somebody else did tell me that, but I said it's a bar because of a different reason.
That is for sale. But you
no.
said maximum, so that tells me it ain't a ball fit. It could be for
Some
sale.
girls no, it could.
But I need a nickel.
No,
and you need a
it
nickel
could
for
never-
starters.
Not
you. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Listen, if you're going to sit at a bar long, do not sit at, you know what I'm saying, the Cub Hub down off of Saratoga and Washington. I mean, you got to, what's the name of the place?
No, I will not. You got to go where your energy calls you to go, okay?
I think I heard maximum or max. You got to see that place like Maximus. That way they ain't offering $40. You get $40. Like,
listen, everything is like, to everybody. Back to our relationship.
Shorty going to be about a nickel.
Back to our relationships. I just want to say
so, are you here alone?
You are literally attracting. At every moment you are attracting. We are broadcasters. So every moment you are attracting. What you're calling in, you deserve. What you're calling in, you're giving.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm having fun. I wanted to say one more thing.
Okay, go ahead. Not I'm having.
Now, you might be sitting at a really exclusive place at that bar by yourself.
What?
You cannot be drinking Hennessy. It's a dead giveaway.
What?
It's 40. It's back to $40.
What bar is this?
I'm just saying, it can't be Henny. You gotta do some shit you don't usually do. I don't know. Perry on.
What right now?
I'm trying to get them married. I'm trying to get them married right now.
All right. So the reason why you sit at the bar though is because that people know that you're alone.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And why do you want people to know that you're alone?
If you're single, people should know you're alone. Just in case
it doesn't feel safe.
Fine guy in there. Well, it's safe.
Just in case what?
It's some fine guy in there. He want to be like, hey, are you? Can I get you a drink? And look, I don't drink, and I'm like, sure. Mr. Water, please. Water all day. But yeah. Back to relationships, you are attracting. You are attracted. So if we want to, if I had to, which I don't give advice, but if I had to, I would say work on you to attract what you want in the next person.
Who you talking to right now, men or women?
Everyone.
I mean, I know this.
An angry man looking for a wife.
A peaceful
woman. And now
woman.
you done got her. Yeah, talking about be my peace. No. Peace of what? No. So the more you work on you, the more you are going to attract what's for you. So.
Okay.
That's why you can't give advice, because now you're talking to somebody who attracting their own hell and you're trying to get them out of it. And it's like, wait a minute, how does this work?
2 things, don't forget. Boundaries.
Put it in the comments. So what are your boundaries? What are some of the boundaries that when you are dating, that they are a no-brainer? This is, it has to be. Mm-hmm. What are your boundaries?
And you got to stick to it. The other one is, don't forget, requirements. You got to require some stuff.
Some requirements.
You got to require some stuff.
Ladies, what are you requiring? Put it in the comments. And guys, check out what they're requiring.
Now, mind you, here's the deal. It can't be a secret requirement.
No, right.
Because let me give an example. A woman might be upstairs on the phone talking to a girlfriend, and she has some financial challenges or some things she's trying to get taken care of financially. But she doesn't say to the guy, hey, you know what? This is what I got going on, and this is what I need help with, and this is how much you need. She'll say to her girlfriend on the phone, oh, dang, this BG&E bill is high. Loud enough so he can hear her downstairs. And then when he don't respond in any kind of way, it's like a real man don't ask you what you need. He know.
I don't know who's doing all that, but good luck to you, sweetie.
What you going to do?
I'm not doing anything because I'm not asking anything. You know who I am and what I want. What are you talking about right now?
I mean, I'm saying he might not know you. He might not know you.
You approached me.
Right. Okay.
So what are we talking about?
Okay.
Now, if I approached you, then you don't know. But if you approach me, then that means you're paying attention. Pay attention to everything, all the details, okay? Don't just be approaching girls.
But
don't do that.
If I walk into the bar, I haven't had time. Mind you, I know your social media. I just
You don't have to
I
be
just
on
see a
social
chick
media.
at the bar and she looking good and
And
she
do
looking
she look like
expensive.
she in your tax bracket?
She might not look like it, but there's also the possibility she can have her sister shit on. there's also that possibility.
Listen,
And he might approach it like, I hope she got her sister shit on. I hope that's like her best friend bag right there.
Okay. No, that's funny. That's funny.
You loaned out bags. I know you had.
No, I don't. I don't.
You've never loaned out
Since
bags?
social media started, girls don't do that no more. Stop it.
No, but was you talking about social media?
I don't. It's
Have you ever
that.
loaned out a bag though?
Yeah, back in the day.
Okay,
Yeah.
the
Sure.
first
I be
one.
like, they be like, what you got to match this? Hey, girl, here, I got this. Yeah, but nowadays, social media, like, girl, I ain't wearing your bag. They gonna know that's yours here. And
Well,
my sister wear a lot of the same stuff, so it'd be already. So now,
I was born in the 70s where men don't even ask to hold other men's stuff. It don't matter
They
what it
still
is.
don't do that. Guys don't.
Again, you was born in the 70s.
Maybe guys in relationships, since we're talking about relationships, maybe the guys in relationships.
I'm saying that there are guys, younger guys, that I definitely don't mind wearing the big homies belt.
But if that is the case, what's wrong with that? If they can't afford a belt, let them wear the belt. Let them do what they do. Only because it don't affect the next person.
Nothing.
Now, if it affects me, I'm caring about what you're doing.
Absolutely, positively nothing.
Your uncle belt. Okay.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, if I'm looking at you and I'm taking interest in you, just keep in mind what the possibilities are.
You better not go with that belt. I'm gonna tell you something about ladies, and this is a little secret.
Come on, tell me the secret.
But listen, baby, we know, okay? We just know, okay?
What do you mean by that? Tell me what you mean by we know. We know what?
We know, okay? So, like, we're not even always waiting for our guy to talk to us. If we want something, we probably will talk to them. Again, right now, I'm not dating. I'm just trying to chill. But
okay, she's not dating. She's trying to chill. But she's putting it out there.
Cut that out.
Go ahead, finish what you were saying.
But I lost my thought.
Well,
what out?
Yeah. Well, so here's the thing. Back on topic
of dating, relationship.
Dating, because it's dating, then there's relationships, and then there's the next.
When do you get to the point that you're in a relationship from the dating though? Is that an actual conversation? Is that we're gonna?
It's been a long time for me, so I don't know.
But you talk to people.
Somebody, I think probably when they start saying babe. Babe.
People meet and call each other babe.
Babe. No, I think probably women do that. But when the guy starts saying babe, guys saying that?
You better stop playing. What guys are saying that? Just guys. They saying that. So I'm gonna tell you something right now.
It's a difference between check this out here, babe.
No.
And babe, can you hear me? That's a different. That's a different babe.
If a guy call you by his name, he do not like you. I can trust and believe he do not like you. If a guy call you by
your name, or he's angry at you. Or he's upset. Yeah. Or he's angry or he upset at you. God damn it, Tanya.
Sound like not like But guys don't do that. So it might sound weird that a guy will meet you and start calling you babe, but it's very easy to start calling somebody something that sounds sweeter.
So at what point does it say, hey, I want to be exclusive with you?
I don't know. I haven't been in that world.
It's been a while.
You, do you know? Because you talk to people.
I don't. So, oh my God.
Drop it. What's going on out there, y'all? Let us know.
I haven't said I want to. I don't think that's probably been right now since you wrote a note on the paper. Do you like me? I like you. Check the box.
Yeah, because people seem to start going out and then they're dating, then they're together, then they're lit. But is there a conversation?
And it's happening. It's happening like lightning.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it should. If that's the way you feel, what you waiting on? If your feelings are there, just move what you're feeling. Because what else you waiting on?
I ain't with that advice. Ladies, don't you take that advice because you know what your feelings have gotten you thus far. Yeah, don't take that advice.
So you're literally going to bring your past into your future?
Tell them what you're saying because I need them to understand It's not feelings. She's talking about feeling. I need you to explain that because there's a difference between feelings and feeling.
So, yeah, I'm really talking about however you feel, right? Whatever makes you feel good, do that. I mean it. Like,
Okay.
listen, a lot of people live according to other
We
people
about
and
to
their
get deep
rules.
again. We
A
about to
lot
get
of
deep.
people live according to other people and their rules. I don't. I'm just telling you. I don't care what anybody thinks. And when I say anybody, I'm talking about I don't care what anybody thinks. So I'm literally living my life according to me and what makes me happy. I'm not looking to the next person. I don't care if you judge me. I don't care if you talk about me. I mean, I do not give a listen. I am really living to please me. I'm real selfish right now. Everything is about me because this
Right
is
now.
my life. When I say selfish, I mean, I
Y'all
said
being
it right after
selfish.
that.
But go ahead.
Everything is about me because this is my life.
But
It should not be about another person.
let me rewind this tape real fast.
Sure.
Because when I said feeling and you said whatever feels good, see, I know you.
Oh,
So
Lucy,
stop
thank
playing with
you.
me. You said whatever makes you feel good.
Right.
Now, it's my understanding that we have to address what feeling good is because
Why? Because it's different for everybody.
it is different for everybody.
What makes you feel?
But you can tell me, but a person can tell themselves, okay, this feels good, but it don't feel right.
I don't care what they tell themselves.
No, but not you personally.
Okay.
It feels good because feeling good, it must have a degree to it. 100% feeling
Right.
good
But if it doesn't
or
feel
90%
right,
feeling good.
if it doesn't feel right, that's between you, your intuition, and how you're going to have to deal with what happens if it don't feel right.
If it feel,
Like,
what about if it feel familiar? Like, this feel good, but I felt this good feeling before.
But you
What
know
about
it
that?
feel familiar if you didn't do no self-work. Why wouldn't it feel familiar?
Okay,
You're going to
no
always
doubt.
pick up the same guy in the same
That's why,
relationship.
that's
What you talking
all
about.
I'm saying to you, Tony, you gotta be careful when you tell people to go with how they
You're
feel.
talking about me. So, but no, honestly though, when I say go with what you feel, I can't even get it out.
From an intuition perspective?
Yes, from an
Okay,
intuition
all right,
perspective.
there we
Because
go.
sometimes 100% of the time, that is your gut feeling is the right feeling. And listen, it don't have to last for 10 years and 20 years, that good feeling. Sometimes that is you're in a good feeling with a person or a thing or
An idea?
anything. Or whatever, just for a little while. It
Just for
doesn't
a
have
little
to be
while.
forever. Everything has a time. Timing is about listen.
You reminded me of something right now. I want you to know that.
What?
So, script. Because you said it don't have to last forever, right? It don't have to last forever. Meaning, so when I say script, I'm finding that people, men and women, have a script in their head. And they're the star of that movie that they have in their head. And the reason why people getting together and falling apart, because they don't like your, what is it, performance? What is it when you go for a play role and you, whatever that is,
Audition.
right? Audition.
Mm.
You failing your audition. You're not fitting the script that I have in my head. And the reason why they can go from this person to that person, because they just auditioning. They not dealing with what you're talking about, what feels good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what I think, if you're talking about long-term, you're talking about dating, you're talking about relationship, you're talking about marriage, you have to understand that whatever script you got in your head, well, you just got with another writer. And y'all got to co-write.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? because what's happening inside that script, that's why you're going through that. And scientifically, you might not like this. The more auditions you have, the further you get away from that Grammy win. Is it Grammy or Oscar? That Oscar-winning movie that you got inside you.
I disagree.
I know you disagree.
Because basically, this is what a lot of people think about life, right? Because they put themselves in certain boxes, so they think your life has to be the same way. You could date 20 people if you want to, because this is your life experience.
You can.
And you can do it all this week, next week, the next week, the next week. People want to put you in a way that they think you should be, and they do it for everybody. Imagine all of us were the same.
Okay.
How crazy is that? Oh no, everybody should be married. Oh really?
That's a horrible idea.
So everybody should be.
Everybody should not be married.
Whatever they
Want to
want
be.
at that time.
Okay.
You could change your mind anytime.
It sounds very
one thing
risky.
You can change. I mean, it can sound how you want, but
Okay.
this life is about your experiences, not about you nailing anything down. You can't.
You can't.
Because guess
You
what?
can't nail
After you
it. I
accomplish
agree.
one thing, what do you want? You want another thing.
No doubt.
And after you do that, what? You want another thing. Life
What we
is
talking about right now?
relationships, accomplishments, whatever that next thing is for you. You're not going to ever stay with not having desires.
Yeah. There was a girl in high school that was like that.
I'm done.
She was conquering things all everywhere.
The thing about it, as long as you got a continued desire in you, you want to want more.
No, I agree.
Want things.
I agree
and that more might include people.
Right.
Okay, you might grow from that one, and now that's different. You want something different.
I agree with what you're saying, because nobody owns anybody. Everybody has to own their own life experiences. But I did initially start out, because we were initially talking about, we're talking about dating and people dating, talking about that they want to be married. And I just think, because I said for women, but I haven't really addressed men, that women should have boundaries and requirements. Men should have boundaries and requirements too. Something that I learned about myself was that because my dad wasn't around, right? I never learned what boundaries look like for women.
Yeah.
I never learned what that look like.
So are you saying that your mom didn't display it, or because you didn't?
She couldn't. My father was supposed to say, look, Lorraine, we not doing that. I ain't in the mood for that. No, we ain't. But see, he wasn't around to do that. So I didn't. When a man, it was one of the things that men are missing. When a man's not around to demonstrate what boundaries look like for a woman, then you don't know how far you letting them go. You don't know how much they getting away with. You understand what I'm saying? Because women are designed to push. They're designed to push you. They got to test you. They need to know that if we get into a situation, like, are you going to break out running? Are you going to break out? Girl, come on, get out of there. It's crazy. Or they need to know if you can handle the pressures of life. So they're designed to push. You have to figure out.
Push, though?
Stop.
Wait, though. What does that mean?
Meaning, something that a man may consider to be disrespectful. Doesn't matter what it is.
And these days and
One
time
second.
still?
Doesn't matter what it is. Stay with me. Don't matter what it is. It's what he considers. But she does it. Right? And what happens is he gets over it relatively fast. He might reward her in a certain kind of way just because he loves her, but not for the disrespect. But it's like, oh, he's still continuing to do this or that for me. And after I did that, then she does even more and even more. And this is why men need to have
I don't
boundaries.
get it, though. What's she doing?
You're not going to be able to get it. It could just be repeated things that he considered to be disrespectful.
And he allows it.
He allows it, right? Absolutely. This is because, remember, he don't know what boundaries look like. He don't know.
But he know what he feel like, correct? Because boundaries are different for every person. A person can't even teach you your own boundaries because they're your boundaries.
No doubt.
So when you get older, the things that you don't like, then you'll know what you like and vice versa. So your boundaries are created through your life experiences.
But I feel like today, honestly, boundaries is sound cool. It's a cool sounding word, but the average individual don't enforce them.
Depends on the average.
It does. I'm just saying.
If you're average, you're probably not enforcing
When I say average, I'm saying 9 out of 10 people don't know when or how to enforce them, especially when they become emotionally attached.
Right. Yeah, that's very true.
It could happen. Yeah. It could happen. And I'm just saying that it's one of those things that I had to learn. You know what I mean? Because the reason why it's important is because you don't want to be the guy that jumps off and put his hands on somebody.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
But boundaries change, correct?
Yeah, of course. You can move the goalposts.
So from person to person, boundaries could possibly change. So don't take your last relationship and think those same boundaries got to be with that next person, because ultimately something in you should have changed. You shouldn't be attracting the same person that you had to have those boundaries with.
Let me tell you something. I got friends of mine and they tell me, oh man, so this is what happening with they shorty, and they describing themselves to they shorty. But it's like, nah, yo, that sounds crazy. I know you. That ain't how you get down. You ain't like that. Like, nah, yo, but what her last dude did was this. And I said, so you really dating like 2 or 3 people right now?
How the hell he even know what her last?
Because they're having the conversations about it. You know how that
Y'all
goes.
talking about the wrong stuff.
Hey,
like what?
But hey, and I
Bringing the past up. I think we talked about that before.
I totally understand.
Do you want to know about a person's past?
Do I want to know about a person's past?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
When you start dating,
men want to know about a woman's past. Women want to know about a man's future. Yeah, see, we date differently. Men want to know.
For what reason? So they could judge you off of it, or what is the purpose?
So they can judge you off of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I want to be clear about that. Women want to know.
Some men.
Right. It's exceptions to every rule.
Yeah.
It's exceptions to every rule. That's one way they figure out how
control you and use it against you. Because why do you need to know?
No, you're talking like a woman right now. That's understandable. I ain't heard that shit, right?
You don't know that we are on
Not
the
to
subject.
control
I'm just asking.
No, listen, I put it this way. If AI comes up, right, and everybody get chipped, you get the chip in your neck, right, and your body count got to show up on your forehead, a lot of brothers gonna pass off the rip. Like, no, I'm gonna take the shorty with the 6, because shorty got 600. I'm just trying to tell you, because inherently men want to feel special in a way that's different from women.
Because that's an inside job.
There's a certain level. Of course it is. Of course
what are we talking about?
I'm just telling you, it's an inside job. But when you,
but most men not doing it.
Yeah, well, guess what? We both inside
for themselves.
No, most men are not doing it.
They expecting to feel special based off that fact. Instead of just knowing that they're special.
Most people are not doing it. But I'm special. I'm special as a man. I'm gonna give you a male perspective. I'm special. I'm special to me. I'm special because of me, right? But now you in my world, and they're supposed to be what they call, because we're talking about people getting together, dating, and want to be married. They want to be in a union. Once you become one represents the other.
But when one's whole by himself and herself, and then when they get together, that's what makes the union, right?
Okay.
Not just 2 people getting together, because that's half the problem. 2 people getting together expecting different things. You get what I'm saying? So, and it's nothing wrong with that, but communicate sometimes of what you expect if you're in the dating process, like, because you're not about to list. This is why I can't.
It's a cultural thing. You see all that. She's saying too damn sexy.
Listen, I
don't tolerate talk back, woman. Oh no, back talk.
See,
I don't do all that back talk.
When you are in a relationship, it's no need to know about the past of somebody.
The women never want you to know about the past,
especially if you're about a future. Why you want to know about my past if you're about a future?
Hold on, because you're not being fair. Let me tell you why. Because
fair is you didn't know me. Oh, why do you need to know anything?
Let me tell you what the perspectives was, because I think what I said is generally true, whether you agree with it or not. Women want to know what's your plan.
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't.
Not you. Sometimes you gotta be able to take yourself out of it. Remember, this is written, produced, and paid for, not by them.
But remember, everything always starts with.
Yeah, everything does start with you. But I'm just saying, women do want to know if you got a plan.
But these days women got a plan too. They just include niggas in the plan.
Well,
I'm just saying. Not the same time. Things are changing.
Things are changing, and
we gotta evolve with it.
I don't know. I don't like it because I don't like it for the kids. But that's just me.
Not for the kids.
I don't like it for the kids.
Yeah.
But things are changing. I agree with that. But I'm not going to necessarily say that they're changing for the better. I'm not the guy that has to determine what better is. I can only determine that for me and mine's with a Z.
So are they changing for the better for you?
Always, because I'm always getting better.
Yeah. Everything
and I'm the leader.
Better. The world is about expansion.
And I'm the leader.
Everything is getting better.
So if it's getting better for me, then it's getting better for whoever with me, who's ever following me, who's ever behind me, and my family. So this is true. You made me forget what I was talking about.
Because the world is about expansion. Things must change. Things have to change.
The future. What I was saying was fair. I know you don't like that word. Women want to know what a man's plans are like for the future, because she wants to find safety and it's like, no, he ain't going nowhere. He ain't ambitious enough for me. I hear that all the time. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't ambitious. He ain't got all he want to do is work. Like at the post office, all he want to, what's wrong with that? All he want to do is work and come home. I'm an entrepreneur. Well, then go entrepreneur then. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, I hear these things, we talking to people.
Again,
and we
listen,
meeting
ladies,
people
don't
everywhere.
just choose people. Attract. This is what I'm talking about. I'm serious. When you attract, you ain't looking at the same issues as somebody who just choosing who the heck they want to be with. And some people just choosing bondage.
And when you know you attract, there's a certain level of responsibility you have for who's in your space because you attracted them to that space. Or you get to attract people and not have no responsibility in the people you
What's your
attract.
responsibility? I don't get it.
Meaning you are what you have attracted to some degree. Now, the light attracts everything. It attracts darkness.
Exactly.
It attracts
So
sickness.
no, you are not responsible. What
No.
happens is you're only responsible for you. You can never take responsibility for another person.
Like I said, you attract, but then what happens when you interact?
What you mean?
When you
it's a beautiful thing.
You choose. Well, it's beautiful too.
Especially if you attracted it into your life, if that was sent to you, if that wasn't some choice you just made off of a rebound maybe, or, just a carrying yourself everywhere you go. Listen, when you come out of one relationship, sometimes some people date, some people don't. People make different choices. But when you make the choice to say, I'm going to take this time just to see, especially if you were in a long-term relationship, I'm going to take this time to see what my likes and dislikes are. Because sometimes you get a little bit lost on what you like separately when you're in a long-term relationship. But say if you don't take the time to just kind of reevaluate yourself as a single person, you are taking
You're saying if you don't take that time?
If you don't take that time, you are taking that same person into a whole new relationship. But it's going to look pretty much like the other one. Even if it don't look like it in the beginning, it's going to be the exact same relationship. You're taking the same person. Nothing can't be different.
So
you're attracting the same person.
Now we're inside the relationship at this point. I want to get back to my 2 points. Boundaries and requirements. You got to have those. It don't have to be stringent. It don't have to be robotic. But you got to have those things in the dating space that goes to wherever you want it to go to. You know what I mean? And this is particularly for ladies. You know what I'm saying? Women with boundaries and requirements tend to have to waste less time. You always talk about wasting time. They tend to have to waste less time. When a brother know what's required, he going, I can't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when the boundary's there, he can't even get close to that thing. He try to get close to that thing, but the boundaries there stopping him from getting close to the thing. He ain't showing up with the requirement. And boom, you save time. That's all I can say.
Sisters, help the other sisters out. Drop some of those boundaries in the comments. Let them know what to do, what not to do from your perspective, of course. But it could help someone else. So let us know. Let us know.
And don't forget, we don't know much, but we do know this. we know a little bit about this. You know what I'm saying? We know a little bit about this. Hey, not just the comments. Subscribe. If you like what you're hearing so far, subscribe. We got a lot of information. We just getting started. And I'm your boy, Sugar Ray. And this is my girl.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.